girl Zoe, also known as Zoe 101, the self-proclaimed perfume princess. Today I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite fragrances of 2021. I feel like this video might be a little bit premature. Usually people do this at the end of the year, around December going into the new year, because we do still have a few months left and I could very well discover a fragrance tomorrow that I feel should have been in this list. But I also feel like this video is overdue. I feel like I've been doing a lot of videos on cologne for the fellas and I haven't really done anything for my ladies. So this video is going to be a little bit different than my 2020 perfume collection video. That was not at all my whole fragrance collection. That was just my most complimented fragrances, the ones that I reached for the most. So this is a more narrowed down list. A few of these fragrances were mentioned in my 2020 video. I think about 5 of them were in my previous video and about 5 or 6-ish of them are fragrances that I've never mentioned on my channel at all. Well, I may have mentioned them in other videos, but just not in like a collective perfume video. So yeah, we've got a little bit of everything. We've got some high-end, we've got affordable, we've got niche, we've got designer. This is a great video to watch if you're on the hunt for a signature scent. You want to find something unique that you are known for, or a scent that's just like your go-to. If you're new to the perfume game, like this is where you need to be, okay? Also, stay tuned until the end to find out the 3 winners for the giveaway that I did for reaching 20,000 subscribers. I will be announcing them at the video. I know it's so overdue. I was super busy in the month of August as it was my birthday, it was my cousin's birthday. I did a lot of traveling. I just did not have the time to sit down and film a talking type of video. I did a lot of vlogging. So yeah, stay tuned at the end to find out who the winners were for my giveaway. So I am gonna do these fragrances in order from my least favorite to my number 1 favorite. Obviously, it's a top 10 favorite, so even if it's number 10, it is still a favorite, or else it would not be in this video. In the number 10 spot, it is none other than this beautiful fragrance, Gentle Fluidity Gold. It is one that I mentioned in my 2020 fragrance collection video. It is a very beautiful, elegant, sophisticated, rich smelling, beautiful scent. I think this would be a perfect wedding day scent. It would be a perfect one to wear attending somebody else's wedding. It's so grown and sexy, literally. This fragrance is juniper berries, coriander, musk, ambery woods, and vanilla. So it is very, very beautiful. I also have Gentle Fluidity Silver, which is a more masculine leaning version of Gentle Fluidity in my opinion. The gold is a more feminine version. But overall, I think Gentle Fluidity and a lot of other Maison Francis Kurkdjian fragrances are very slept on because they're so overshadowed by Baccarat Rouge 540, which is obviously a classic. I'm never gonna deny that, but I do think that people should dabble more in other fragrances by MFK's house. So that is number 10, Gentle Fluidity Gold. So in the number 9 spot is a fragrance that I do not hear any talk about. So I don't mean to toot my own horn, but don't say I didn't put y'all on, because I have not seen anybody else with this fragrance, anybody else talk about it ever. And that is what I call PPJ, but Precious Pink Jasmine by Trish McEvoy in this beautiful pink bottle. The first thing I smell when I smell this fragrance is apple. I immediately smell like a Granny Smith green apple. I hope that Granny Smith is the name of the green ones. I hope I don't sound dumb. But I immediately smelled apple before ever even knowing what the notes were. And of course, to no surprise, there is apple in the top note. But this is a very beautiful, juicy, fruity type of fragrance. It is literally just, oh, it's so good. In the top notes, you have white nectarine, mandarin, apple blossom, and quince. I never really heard of it before having this fragrance, and I looked it up and I learned that it's some sort of fruit that I guess is grown in like Central Asia. To me, it looked like a cross between like a lemon and an apple or something. I don't freaking know, but that's what's in the top notes. In the middle notes, you have white teas, neroli, pink jasmine, and creamy southern magnolia. And in the base, you have cashmere woods, musk, and amber. I love musk. Y'all already know this. it just really brings the fragrance home. It rounds it out and just makes it so warm and inviting, and it lays so well on the skin. That is number 9, Trish McEvoy Precious Pink Jasmine. Number 8 is one that I mentioned in my 2020 collection video, and that is none other than Valentino Donna Born in Roma. I got a lot of comments about this particular fragrance because I kept saying that it smells like something a sugar baby would wear, and I still stand by that. It is very sweet and gourmand and like slightly sexy depending on the age group. I do think it is very youthful. It's definitely not something my mom would want to wear. And of course, you know, fragrance has no age. You can be young and wear this, you can be older and wear this, like it does not matter. But in terms of what I think of when I smell this fragrance, it's definitely like a young, I'd say between the ages of about 19 to like 26 type of girl. I definitely always picture Paris Morgan, who was the main character in Love Don't Cost a Thing. That was Christina Milian when she had a little short curly hair. Like that type of girl, the bougie pretty girl, you know, never has to want for a thing. It just smells like when you wear this, you don't have to lift a finger and charge it to daddy's card, whether it's your real daddy or your sugar daddy. In the top note, you have Blackcurrant. In the middle note, you have Jasmine Grandiforum Absolute. And in the base, you have Bourbon Vanilla. It's so delicious, so gourmand, so girly, pretty, feminine, all that good stuff. In the number 7 spot, we have Madison Square Park by Bond number 9. My cousin is an AKA, and when she saw this bottle, she almost lost her mind. So if you're an AKA, you better get you a bottle because I'm sure you guys would love this with the pink and the green going on. And it just makes it that much better that the juice is also delicious. It's not just a pretty bottle. I love, love, love this fragrance. I think it is just springtime in a bottle. It is so juicy and fruity, much like the Precious Pink Jasmine. Not the same type of fruit, but it gives you that same type of vibe. To me, this smells like maybe a richer, more long-lasting, more potent, slightly even fruitier version of Chanel Chance Otandra, which you guys know I love. I had that one in my 2020 collection video. So delicious. One of its main notes that is like super prominent that everyone recognizes in this is the blueberry in the top note. Along with blueberry in the top note, you also have grass, which gives it like a bit of a green, you know, note to it, and you have hyacinth. And then in the middle notes, you have rose and pink tulip. In the base, you have vetiver and teakwood. So this is absolutely delicious, super fruity, very girly, super cute. I love, 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 love this one. In the number 6 spot, would I be so cliche to say it, it's Baccarat Rouge 540. Everybody loves Baccarat. Oh, I shouldn't say everybody. A lot of people think it's overrated, but let me just give you a quick little story time. What is it? Today is August 28th, 29th, kind of. It's like 2 in the morning, so it's 29th now. But I wore this dress for Valentine's Day. I put on my dress, I went out to dinner probably at like 7 p.m. Got home maybe like 9. So since I only wore it for like 2 hours and obviously a shower before putting on the dress, didn't go out and sweat, anything like that. It was cold around that time. I just hung it back up in my closet. To this day, it still smells like Baccarat. I cannot make this up. At first, it had my whole closet smelling like that. Over time, it kind of lingered off, but to this day, I can go grab the dress. If I smell the sleeve of it, there's like a burgundy faux fur trim around the sleeves. Literally, it just absorbed the Baccarat and it refuses to leave. Like, it's not going. You need to send it an eviction notice because they're not leaving. The reason everyone loves Baccarat so much, rightfully so, is its longevity, its sillage. It's a beautiful fragrance for men and women. It's, you know, unisex, it's long lasting, it is worth the money. You know, I've smelled a lot of very expensive fragrances that do not last. So when you find something that is pricey but worth it, come on. This is jasmine, saffron, ambergris, and cedarwood, and it's just the simplicity of it. The notes is just not even doing too much. It doesn't have 13,000 ingredients. It's just straight to the point, and it does what it needs to do. It's giving what it needs to give, baby. Now, I do want to eventually get the extrait version. I think that's how the French folks say it. In America, we'd probably just say extrait. That would be the deep red version of this bottle. The Extrait is just a different concentration. It's more concentrated, more potent, more long lasting, as if this thing could get any more long lasting. Yeah, but I like the way that the Extrait smells, so I do eventually want to get my hands on it, but as long as I have Baccarat, I see no need to have both. In the number 5 spot is one of my most complimented fragrances along with Baccarat, and I did mention it in my 2020 collection video, and that is YSL Libre. It is just so elegant, rich. This is a boss bee type of smell. This is grown and sexy. You wear this with a nice long gown. This is not an everyday scent at all, in my opinion. I think that this is more when I'm getting dressed up. Men always compliment this. This is just a beautiful fragrance. I love musky, powdery fragrances, which is what this is. It's like lavender and musk, and it has a powdery smell, in my opinion. And that to me is like the biggest difference between this and the Intense version, because people always ask me, do you like the Intense? Or I like the Intense better. I don't like the original kind. That's fine. That's you. I love the original. I do like the Intense as well, but I do find that the Intense is a bit creamier, a bit sweeter, a little bit more leaning gourmand. And so just for me personally, I like to wear that in the fall, in the winter, in the colder months, but I think that this one is good for any season all year round. It's very crowd pleasing. It's just amazing. I love YSL Libre, and I mean, that's quite evident in the huge dent in the bottle. Like, I mean, I need to get a new bottle like yesterday. So like I said, this is a musky lavender floral fragrance. Its main notes are orange blossom, lavender essence, and musk accord. I love me some musk. I'm telling you, just trust your girl, just trust your girl. In the number 4 spot is a very, very unique fragrance, in my opinion, a very unique fragrance house. I feel like they were the pioneers of the minimalistic, chic, modern looking bottles, and I think they definitely influenced a lot of other houses. I love the house of Byredo. This fragrance is called Bal d'Afrique, which literally means African ball. This scent is inspired by African culture, and all of Byredo's fragrances are meant to capture a specific place and time in your life or in history or whatever. Like each I don't really know what they call people who make the fragrance, like fragrancers or whatever, but the individual people who make the fragrances were able to capture whatever specific moment they wanted to when making the fragrance. So this one, like I said, is inspired by African culture, but specifically in Paris during the Roaring 20s. It's meant to be colorful and vibrant and exuberant and multi-dimensional, just like everything that African culture really is. So I love this fragrance so much. I've never heard anything negative about it. Men love it, women love it. Oh my goodness. This is a sweet, almost fruity, almost leaning a little fruity vetiver fragrance. To me, just to me, I get the smell of a fruit roll-up in the, like, upon initial sniff. Like my first top notes that I get, it gives me fruit roll-up. And let me be very, very clear. It's not super, super fruity. I mean the actual fruit roll-up. Like if you were to take one out of the pack and sniff it, you know how it doesn't smell like super fruity? You know what I mean? Like it just smells, I don't know how to explain it. And I don't mean fruit by the foot, not the one that rolls out, like the actual one that used to have tattoos on it back in the day. We can put on our tongue and stuff like that. That fruit roll-up. That's what it smells like in the initial opening to me. Okay, but I absolutely love it. It's very fresh, it's very different. I have always said that this is a better execution or a more long-lasting, richer version of Turquoise by MAC, which you guys know that I love. I also love Sundays, Gypsy Water, Mojave Ghost by Byredo. However, if I was doing like a top 20 video, they would have definitely made the cut. But if I'm just doing my top 10, this is the only one. This is the one right here. I'm telling you, I love, 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 love this fragrance. In the top notes, you have African marigolds, bergamot, and Bucchu, whatever the heck, however you pronounce that, that's what's in this. In the middle notes, you have cyclamen and violet, and then in the base note, you have Moroccan cedarwood and vetiver. And the number 4 spot is another one that I raved about in my 2020 collection video, and that is Elle d'Absence by Louis Vuitton. You can see the huge dent that I have put in this. I absolutely love this fragrance. I'm not a huge floral fan. That's just not me. It's not my cup of tea, but this is my favorite floral fragrance of all time. Like, it is just so beautiful. So delicious. This is rose, jasmine, mimosa, balsam of Peru, sandalwood, musk. It is just absolutely beautiful and timeless. Heure d'absence actually means hours of absence. So I guess it would mean like, you know, losing track of time. And that's just literally how I feel when I smell this, because you just feel like you're floating on a cloud. You just feel like nothing else matters. It feels like you're in heaven. Like, this is a very heavenly scent. It still has some sexiness to it too. It almost is a bit soapy. Like, on my skin, it definitely dries down soapy, which I absolutely love. I love that soapy, clean smell, which is why I like musk so much, because I find that a lot of musk fragrances lean a bit soapy on my skin, and I love that. I love how it makes me smell. Oh, so delicious. This is so classy. This is another one that I say could definitely be a wedding day scent, or one that you wear to someone else's wedding. It's just very beautiful. Very, very beautiful scent. I absolutely love, love, love Heure d'Absence. I actually was debating between this one and Attrape-Res or Attrape-Res. I don't really know how you freaking pronounce it, but I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I had samples of both of them, but I felt like this one to me was just a little bit more unique, a little different compared to other things that I had in my collection. So I'm definitely glad that I went with this one, and I will be refilling. As I mentioned in the 2020 video, Louis Vuitton fragrances are about $265 a bottle, but you can save your bottle, go back to Louis Vuitton and get a refill for $170. So please believe, bet your bottom dollar, I'm going back for a refill. And the number 2 spot is a fragrance that was actually sent to me by fragrance lovers. They gave me 3 fragrances for my birthday, so thank you guys so much. I love you. But I was not expecting to like this fragrance as much. Like, based on the bottles, I thought that one of the other 2 would have been my favorites, but this one not only was my favorite of the 3, but that quickly it worked its way all the way up to the 2nd place in my top 10. So that tells you how freaking good it is, okay? And that is Menthol Intense Cafe. Oh my goodness, I adore this fragrance. I literally just got it like less than a month ago, and I've already used a lot. This is like a floral gourmand fragrance. I personally don't really pick up on the floral, but that's just like kind of what it's categorized as. Now, when I read Intense Cafe, I got a little scared, I can't even lie. You know, I'm thinking coffee, chocolate, cacao type of smell, and that's not this at all. I don't get that out of this. It does have coffee in it. The coffee is in the middle note. There's rose in the top note, and there's also rose in the middle note in addition to the coffee. But the coffee is literally like if you were to make a cup of coffee and just like completely dilute it with cream. Like, if you were to go heavy with the creamer in your coffee to the point where it's not even strong anymore, it doesn't even have that pungent, strong coffee type of smell or taste, this is what it would be like a creamy coffee. And then in the base, you have amber, vanilla, and musk. I'm telling you that, like, those things, the sandalwoods, the musks, the vanillas, it just really rounds out a fragrance. It just brings it home. It brings it home, baby. I'm telling you. I have to spray this one on me. I can smell it already. Oh, I love it here. Love this fragrance. So the first thing I thought of when I smelled this, I'm giving it a second to dry, but the first thing I thought of when I smelled this fragrance was Woman in Gold by Kilian. That is a fragrance I've had my eye on for a minute. It's probably going to be my next Kilian purchase, but to me, this smells like Woman in Gold by Kilian mixed with Delina by Parfums de Marly. You guys know that I love Delina by Parfums de Marly, and obviously I love Woman in Gold by Kilian if that was, you know, next on my list for Kilian fragrances, and that's what I get from this. I absolutely love it. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so intoxicating. Like, This bottle is deceiving. The name is deceiving because I don't get that vibe. I feel like this should be in a pretty pink, creamy colored bottle, kind of like this. I completely underestimated this. It is a beautiful fragrance. 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I love Intense Cafe. It's so good. And last but certainly not least, I couldn't even choose one for my #1 spot. So of course, it's the girls. It's the twin sisters, the fraternal twin sisters, Delina and Delina Exclusive. The reason I couldn't choose one is because I love them both equally. They're just two different vibes, you know? If you catch me on a Monday, I might say Delina's my favorite. If you catch me on a Thursday, Delina Exclusive might be my favorite. I mean, it literally just depends on the day. Depending on which way the wind blows will determine which one is my favorite for the day. Now, first we're gonna start with the OG, the original, Delina. This is, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. It's not really like sexy, it's like beautiful. It's a wedding day scent. It's elegant, it is girly, it is feminine, it is pretty. It just smells pink. I always say that it smells exactly like the bottle looks like. Pretty bottle, creamy pink, Swarovski crystals on the top, or crystal one, uno. So in the top notes, you have rhubarb and lychee, which give it like a slight tartness. In the middle notes, you have Turkish rose and vanilla, which kind of smooths it out a little bit. And then in the base, you have cashmere woods and musk. What I be telling y'all? What I be telling y'all? I told y'all niggas. But it's so pretty and it's so like, it can't be duplicated. You know, I've never really smelled a designer fragrance that could replicate this. Of course, there are like, you know, knockoff versions of it and stuff like that, but a fragrance that intentionally, uniquely, on their own, were able to replicate this, don't know her, never seen her, never met that girl. It's just so unique, it's so beautiful, it's so delicious, it's so pretty and feminine, and I just love it. I absolutely love it. I would definitely recommend getting Delina. Okay, and you don't have to get both. I would definitely say you need at least one, but you don't have to get both. And then there is her little sister or her fraternal twin, whatever you want to call it. There is the exclusive version. Now, they do have a lot of similarities in their notes, but they do have some differences. Instead of the rhubarb, there is pear and lychee in the opening, and then there is the Turkish rose again in the mid notes, and then you've got like some incense or oud, and then again in the base you've got the same vanilla and musk to bring it on home. Okay, so this is a creamier, sweeter version of Delina in my opinion. You don't get that tartness from the rhubarb, but I do think that that is what makes Delina. That's what's so unique about it, is the fact that it's like tart, but it's sweet, but it's this, but it's that. It's just like, how are you all of these things at once? You know what I mean? Oh, so complex, so beautiful. Love that girl. But this is her fraternal twin sister, Exclusive. I just describe this as like what a strawberry milkshake would be like if it was a fragrance. And as you know, a strawberry milkshake doesn't smell like fresh picked strawberries. So it's not like a strawberry fragrance at all. But I'm saying the creaminess of a strawberry milkshake is exactly what is delivered in this. I would say Delina is more like a smoothie. It's a little bit like that tartness from the rhubarb and the lychee and stuff like that. It gives it a little more, it's more like a smoothie. This one is more like a milkshake. But I absolutely love Parfums de Marly. It is one of my favorite niche houses. Actually, my next fragrance purchase will be Meliora or Meloria, or however the heck you say it. I think it's Meliora, but that is a beautiful, juicy, hair-like fragrance that I have to get my hands on. So Parfums de Marly, if you're watching and you want to send it to your girl, let me know. But yes, you guys, that is my top 10 for 2021. It is of course subject to change as I wake up every day, always discovering new fragrances. Every time I go to the mall, go anywhere, I'm just always trying to smell some fragrances. So yeah, but that's it for now. But now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the winners of the giveaway. So I was keeping track of like who was following the rules and all of that stuff on the instructions to participate. And for the winner of the Mancera fragrance, it is Christopher Hobbs. For the Turquotic, it is Fab Foodie on YouTube. And for the Perfume set with the Love Don't Be Shy sample, it is Sulu Xo. So the three of you, congratulations. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, and this is my thank you to you by giving you these gifts. As always, my contact information will be provided in my description box, and that includes my email. So after this video, you guys, whenever you get a chance, whenever you see this, go ahead and hit me up and make sure that we exchange information so that I know where I am sending the gifts to. All right, you guys, well, thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful. I can't wait to see what fragrances you guys decide to pick up based on this video. I love you guys so much, and as always, thank you for watching.